Hi everyone, I'm Bina Kavalam, career and life strategist for high-performing professionals. And I'm excited today to have a special guest. Lily Calfee is here, and she is from the Boulder Women's Wellness Group. And so, hi, say hi, Lily.
Hi, everyone.
So anyway, so I'm going to be interviewing her about all the great work that she's doing here with the Boulder Women's Wellness Group. And what that means for you as career women who are really busy and really busy in your lives, and how we can incorporate some of that wellness. So it's going to be a conversation, and I hope all of you are doing well and can enjoy this session. So I'm going to right now turn it over to Lily, who's going to introduce herself and talk a little bit more about how she, this whole Boulder Women's Wellness Center group came about.
So my name is Lily Calfee, and I'm a wellness counselor here in Boulder, Colorado, and I run the Boulder Women's Wellness Group, which just started as 8 women having lunch on my back porch. Everyone was someone who I had connected to, hoping to learn something from them. And it grew when we got all of these resources, and then I felt selfish for keeping the resources to myself, so I opened it up to the public, and now we're about 180 members. And women in Boulder come to our workshops and our lectures and our social events to be inspired and to continue to grow as women.
Great. Awesome. I mean, that's just such a great mission. I love that it just happened over a course of, just a few women hanging out, and then you start this whole, like, almost a movement, I think.
Yeah, and it's been amazing to watch it grow because different members have taken on different pieces of it, which is great for me because I have my own private practice, so it's wonderful to watch it grow and take on a life of its own. And it's a real community now, and it feels more authentic to have it run by the community rather than run by me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just sort of pointed in a direction, and everybody else makes it happen, which is great.
Awesome. So tell me more about, let's just try to get some specific. What are some things that, the women that I work with and other women who are, maybe feeling not so great about themselves, what can they expect from the Boulder Women's Wellness Group?
Yeah, that's a great question. Our idea is this idea called whole life wellness, which means you could be really healthy and eat all of your greens and exercise for 30 minutes every day and get 8 hours of sleep and, yeah, still not feel very good. And it's this idea that wellness is about more than just the food that you eat. Spirituality is a part of it. The way you handle your money is a part of it. Your relationships are a part of it. And what you can expect from the Women's Wellness Group is that we offer like a broad range of educational and inspirational events so that you can grow in all of those areas.
Great. Yeah, I know. I was very interested. One of the reasons why I was so drawn to the Boulder Women's Wellness Group was, I know as a career strategist, some women sometimes have questions about their career. And for me, as I want to help women as well, not only here in Boulder and in Denver, but across the nation and the world. Yeah. And so I was really drawn to the organization because I feel that if we don't help one another and support one another as women, then we as a society are not doing what we need to do, right? We're not moving forward.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so I thought that was excellent. That was one of the reasons why I was so drawn. We actually met over lunch a couple of weeks ago, actually, right? Not too long ago.
Yeah.
So it was just so good. I just was immediately drawn, and then we just got together for coffee. Or actually, we got together for tea. Which is a big distinction there. So tell me more about how people can get involved with the Boulder Women's Wellness Group.
Well, we're on Meetup, so you can go to meetup.com and search for the Boulder Women's Wellness Group. And then there's a wide range of events. There's the workshop series, which is every other Wednesday, but there are a lot of smaller, more casual social events like lunches and teas, and we go on hikes. So we try to make it really available to women in all demographics. So whether you work 9 to 5 or you're a stay-at-home mom, hopefully we have something that you can find time for. And then the exciting chapter that we're in now is we're actually moving from being, you know, governed by me and a couple of volunteers to being led entirely by a board of other members. So if you really want to get involved, you can come to our board meetings and really make stuff happen.
Right. And is there like a fee for this, or is it just a voluntary group?
Yeah, right now we charge $5 for any event where we are giving you some information. And that just goes to, you know, to pay for our space and for advertising. But all of the social events are free.
Great.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's also a great way to connect with other women, not just to get some education, but a great way to connect and meet other women.
Yeah, and there's all those networking groups out there that are great from a business standpoint. You stand up, you give your 30-second commercial, people get a little idea of what you do, but there's no authentic connection. And this is a really great way to meet other practitioners, meet other women in the community, build authentic relationships that are fulfilling personally, but might also help you out in your private practice down the road.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I know that's kind of always having like those connections. Networking is so important in your career, but it's not just about, you know, handing out business cards, right? It's much deeper than that. Really building true relationships and connections and connecting to people. That's what life's all about, right? And it's those relationships that are going to be the ones that define us. So you don't want to just have those peripheral, like, you know, barely know you people, right, in your life. You want to have a bigger, deeper, meaningful relationship. And so how you develop that is through organizations like this. You meet once, and then you meet them again, and you meet them again. On a personal note, I know for me, I was involved in an organization called Daring Divas, which had a very similar tone to the Boulder Women's Wellness Group. And I just moved to Denver at the time, and didn't know a single soul here, so I found this thing on Meetup, and I thought I'll just go. And I connected with somebody we both know, Jessie May Gazelle, and you know, Jessie May and I became good friends. She's the one who encouraged me to kind of pursue coaching, which is what I did and got my certification. And I also made so many friends that are some of the most dear and deep relationships that I have here in Denver from that organization. So it just starts by just going to one event, meeting people, and connecting. And then it'll just snowball from there.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So, well, this has been such a pleasure. Is there any one tip that you can give to all the women out there who are, you know, maybe feeling a little bit lonely and not so great? What's one strategy or tip that you can share with all of them to help them feel more connected, as well as more in line with themselves?
That's a really good question. I think the first step towards feeling more connected to your community is about feeling connected to yourself. For me and the women that I've worked with, it's really important to who are you? What lights you up? What makes you really excited? What makes that joy of being an 8-year-old little girl in dance class? That was me. What brings that back into your adult life? And if you're feeling lonely, you know, networking events are great for some people, but for some people it's a dance class, or it's, you know, listen to what really brings you to life, and then go find other people who love that also.
I love that, because it's so true, right? You know, do what you love, and then you'll find other people who love it too, and then you'll have commonalities to talk about, right? So that's a great tip. Thank you for that. Yeah. And I want to thank Lily for joining me today, and if you are here in the Boulder, Denver area, join and come out to the Boulder Women's Wellness Group that has events, I believe it's every other week. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
And also, can you tell us how they can get involved more with the Boulder Women's Wellness Group? Is there a website?
Yep. So it's on meetup.com right now. That's sort of just our like internet landing pad. And so that's where you can find us on the internet, and then we're much more of an in-person community. So you can go to Meetup, see the events, RSVP to one, and then show up.
Okay, so that sounds like a plan. So just, find them on Meetup by looking up the Boulder Women's Wellness Group, and just, putting that in the search field. Find the organization, see the different events that are there, find one that resonates with you. And I'll be doing one not too long from now, hopefully over the summer. And so we will then, we'll see each other, but you'll have a friend in the audience there as well. So thank you so much, Lily, and I hope all of you will go out and support the Boulder Women's Wellness Group.
Thanks a lot, Bina.
You're welcome. Take care.